You want your Warhammer cheap? Get yourselves down to Penkridge Leisure Centre Wargame tabletop sale on the 3rd of May. Now let's see how cheap you can buy the models for. Old World Elves job lot there for 55, quite a bit in there. War Machine job lot of metal, 45. Blades of Crone has found some repairs needed, so there's a few minor bits of damage in there. Painted to reasonable standard, they will need a little bit of repair, 50 quid. We've got a big job lot of sprues, Old World Dwarfs. I've written on here approximately 90 to 100, so I reckon there's 90 to 100 dwarfs in here, new on sprues. I don't know if there's 90 or 100 base in it, looks like 50 or 60, so don't quote me on how many is in here. There's a lot. 55 for the lot. Let's have a look at this job lot as well. So it's Dark Angels. So this is quite a nice firstborn job lot of Dark Angels. So Whirlwind in there, a couple of land speeds, Rucker Ravenwind bikes, loads of Terminators, painted to a reasonable level. That's the standard you're looking at. So quite a nice tabletop standard. Looks like about 20 tactical marines, maybe a couple of character figures as well. We've priced that at 120 for the army. We'll have a look at this one as well. We've got an Adali Wraith Knight here. So I think this retails at about £105. I think that. So you put that one at 65. So if you want to save yourself 40 quid and you don't want the bother of going to assemble one because it's already done for you, got all the bits there. That's all ready to go. So on we go. A few more job lots. Okay, so there's quite a nice World Eaters job lot, 40 quid. Got the odd bit of damage. I think the bits are there mostly. 40 quid. Yeah, you'd probably pay £40 for one unit. So there's several in there. So that's a bargain for anybody. At this show, we've got loads and loads of metal models, more than we normally would. Fair old chunk of £1.50 GW metal. So if you fancy yourself a scout for £1.50, or you could put several squads together, I would have thought, in here for £1.50 each, so it'd be like £7.5. So there's lots of Rogue Trader, Base Marine in there. So there's lots of models in there. So help yourself to those. Well, not help yourself. You've got to pay for them first, but yeah, happy days. And we've got lots of 40k metal models, £15. Wraithguard. There's quite a lot of Eldar model in amongst the metal models. So Eldar Wraithguard for a £5. So there's lots and lots of metals in that particular box. Big box of fancy metal. Mordheim Possessed Beastman. These are the first edition ones. There's 5 in there, 50, so it's at a tenner each. So there is a lot of rare models in here. Fancy Battle Skaven standard for 6. More Skaven, so there's quite a bit of Skaven in there, but there is some quite rare models and uncommon models in there. Got Marauder Giant, this one's complete. No paint on it at all, really nice condition. We priced that one at 60. It's a really good model. Wood Elf Riders, 10 of those, and we priced those at 100. I think you try buying those online and you're looking at 15 to 20 each, perhaps. We will split. If you just want 2 or 3, we can find to split them. Animal Handler, 25. That's in the blister pack. Some nice elf models in there, basically. And then we've got another even bigger box of 40k. Lots of metal models in here. That one shouldn't be in there. Base Orc, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there for £20. And now we come on to the ever popular pick and mix. So Tyranids, 75p each. Rank and file guys in there, more or less. So we've got a box of those. 50p a Space Marine. We've got a huge box of Space Marines here, all at 50p. Mostly they're firstborn Marines, some painted, some not. There's all sorts, but there is actually tons of them this time. We always do really well with these, and sometimes we'll sell the whole box. It's not unheard of for somebody to come to us and say, will you sell me the whole box, Paul? Well, yes, I will, at 50p each. You know, for everyone that's complete, if you want to pay that, you can have them. There's probably 300 or 400 or more in this box. There is all sorts. Most of them are firstborn, as we said, but there are a few, you know, Primaris in there. There's odd 1 or 2 Terminators and 1 or 2 other models in there. You might be able to make squads up if you just mix and match a few undercoated ones with ones that aren't painted and whatever. So yeah, there's lots, and they are 50p a model. At the back there, we've got 50p models again. So they are just a mix of 40k, 1 or 2 painted ones in there, some not. You might be able to make a squad or 2 up out of what's in there. Some old-fashioned Necrons in there. There's all sorts in there, basically. Acadian weapons team. Again, we've got 75p box of Orcs, Space Marine bikes of £4 a bike, big box of fantasy battles. There's all sorts in here. Well, I can see some AOS in here already, but I don't know what they're doing in there. Seem to have escaped into the wrong box. But yeah, it's a big box of, basically, it's fantasy battle in there. There's a Chaos Knight, look, for 50p. So anything in there is 50p. We've got our usual pile of plastic LOTRs. So if you want Orcs, Orokai, Gondor models, plenty of them. On the theme of rarities, we've got Forge World Chaos Terminators, a couple of packets of these, and we priced those at 30 each. Forge World Chaos Dreadnought, put 150 on there, but actually that's really an online price. If it's any interest in it, we'll take that and charge about maybe 100 for that particular one. A couple of rare sets now, Blood Bowl set. This one is Chaos Dwarf Team. Out you come. Or you don't. So this one's got all the models in it. as you can see, all not painted, got the stickers with it as well. And that one we've priced at 95. There's also a zombie dragon. Now we check this kit out. It is complete. It is undercoated in white, but it's all there. Other than the undercoat, no paint on it. That we priced at 120 at the show. Again, I think online, looked at eBay or something like that. You'd probably find that's about 200 or near 200 anyway. 150 to 200, so that's, yeah, a nice one. On the painted theme, we've got some old school Chaos Space Marines, some rhinos. They're really well painted. That is a nice painted model, as you can see. It's obviously been an army at some point, but we have priced them separately. So the rhinos 25. Chaos Demon, I think that it would be a conversion. That's not the right head, but it is a really nicely painted model, painted at the standards for the time they were done quite a while ago. We've got some Raptors. They're metal ones. The Raptors, we priced them at £5 each. Chaos Lord there, also at a £5. There's some units as well, so we've got some couple of squads of Chaos Warriors there for 20, and there's a squad of Fawn Berserkers. So if you want a little Chaos army, if you want to pay some older version of the rules, then yeah, that can be there. And on another painted army. Now, this one I've not priced yet. I don't know whether we're bringing this to the show again. It's just dependent on, if you're interested in this particular lot, then drop us a message. If you're either interested in all or a chunk of it, then I'll bring it. If nobody does, then it'll go on our online store, because it is very nice quality painted army. Lovely painted dreadnought. Typical Blood Angels colours. It won't be expensive. Now, some of these are plastic and some are metal. So again, if you're not playing with Primaris models, you like your Firstborn Marines and you like Blood Angels, you know what, a few units or perhaps the whole army, then yeah, give us a shout. I don't mind bringing them along. If nobody does, then we'll pop those onto our online store. Got a box of paint pots. So these are new paints, all sealed. Ex-shop stocked 150 of those in the box. They're at £2. Get the 650 for the lot. We've sold some of these already, so these are now £2 each for each pot. We have got a lot more paint to sort out, lots and lots, but they'll be used paint pots. We'll job lot those, but we've not got them sorted today, but we'll get them done for the show. So there'll be maybe, a couple of lots with maybe 100 used paint pots in. Not sure what we'll price them at, but there won't be a lot used, but still usable, if that makes sense. There's a Citadel Foundation paint set there with 18 pots of painting. This is still in the shrink wrap, so that we've priced that at 30. And then we come on to the boxed games. So 40k, AOS, Blood Bowl, priced up. There's a battalion box set. I would say it's near complete, but it is as found. So there's lots of models in there. I think it's just one or two models missing, maybe off the sprues that probably should be in the set. Some of it's been assembled. There's a lot of models in that set, and that's 50. Some of these boxes are sealed, as in that one, the Changeling. That's a sealed box for £13. That's a rare Blood Bowl resin Forge World model, and that one is 35. I think you'll find if you try to buy that online, that's quite an expensive model. You've got a Mortarian, well painted, sits on the base. It's actually been glued on and it's come up, but that'll glue straight back on that base. And then we've got that priced at 75. That's a nice painted model. Just thought we'd show you that one. We've got Blackstone Fortress here. Now, I'd have to say this has been at a show before and not sold, and I think it's just because people don't realise what's in the box. So we've got this price at 150 because it's a very rare box and they are very expensive to buy online. Although there's two boxes of here, we've got one price on the two boxes because I think this is maybe a box and a half on this particular set. There won't be two complete box sets, but that's the contents of the one. As you can see, there's a lot of models in here, and some of the models are quite well painted. We'll have a look inside the other box. I think that's got the bulk of the well painted models in. So I'll pop the top on that one, and then there's this box as well. As I say, we're selling the two boxes together. So no painted models aren't there. So what's all the bits in there basically? So I think there's a box and a half's worth in there. As we move further along, I've got a few rarities here. So at long last, we have made up this Battle of Five Armies set complete. So we've priced this at 150 on the basis that if you're going to buy this online, you're looking at 250 plus for one in this condition. And all the models are there, all on sprue, bar a couple of three little ones that aren't on sprue. They are actually in the kit. From the recent collection we did, there was another box set, so we found the rule book for this one, so it comes complete with a fairly tidy rule book now. It's got the hills in it, got all the cutouts, all ready to go. Very rare find. So that's 150 quid at the show. If it doesn't sell at the show, what we'll do is put it on our online store and we'll be asking 225, 230 probably for that, or maybe a little bit more. Along with the other rarities, we've got Femar. So we've got two of these. This one's been assembled. You probably used to seeing these as metal castings, as obviously GW back in the day produced them as an army and then decided they didn't sell very well, so we're not going to produce anymore. So they didn't, except in 2014, Forge World used some resins for a short period, and this is one of them. We've actually got two. So there's that one there. There's one in the bag here, which is complete. I've checked it. I would say initially they would have sold as free in a packet. So there's kind of 2 we've come across. Now, should we sell this online or should we bring it to the show? If anybody's interested in it, we can bring it to the show, but be warned, it won't be cheap. These things sell online. Metal ones, maybe about 30 to 40 each, but this is a lot rarer than the metal ones because there's hardly any about. I'm not sure what we're going to price it at, but if you're interested, we're happy to bring it to the show. But if we don't get any response, really, on the reels that we do, then perhaps we'll keep that for our online store. At the back, we've got a Dark Sun campaign set in box. We'll have a quick look at what's inside the box. Quite a lot of the contents, reasonably good condition. Some map things as well, another book in there. So if there's any interested, drop us a line. If you're interested in that, we might bring it along. Lots and lots of sprues, so 50p a sprue. Now, we've got a lot of sprues in stock at the moment, and this is a sample of them. This is probably what we're going to bring to the show. We have got more in stock. Some of these sprues only got 10 items on. I will say that some of these sprues are actually full, so they're not just heart ones. There is a few that are actually complete. I don't know if I can find one. It's just that sometimes we'll get a game, box game, 3 sprues in the box. There's a couple of bits missing off the sprue, so that makes the thing no good to us, so we'll just chuck the old sprue in. Can't actually find the complete ones at the moment. That's a fairly complete one. So there are a few like that where you've got 3 or 4 complete models on there. So whether they're complete models where there's one bit on the sprue, they're all 50p per sprue. So we've got lots of those. So we'll be bringing those. Be under our pitch at Penkridge. So what you'll have to do is when you come to our pitch at Penkridge, we're going to be right at the back of the hall, at the sports hall. So it's a new venue this time round. We'll have our buying table out. We'll have our big signage out. We'll be occupying the entire back wall. Got a lot more room this time than we normally have, so got a lot more pictures, so it won't be the usual rugby scrum you'd normally get to our store because it's that popular. But this time won't be so bad because we've got twice as big a pitch, so hopefully it'll be more spread out and a bit more calm. We'll be able to get to the goods a little bit easier, so that's where we're going to be located. So when you come through the door, come right to the back. We've got our normal selection of books for a £5. I would say we'll be bringing over 100 books, maybe 100, 150. They may well be under the stall if we can't fit them on top of the store, so have a look underneath the store and you'll find all the books. There will be some that aren't a £5, I'd have to say. These are more expensive, rarer ones. For instance, is a Fantasy Battle first edition, I think, quite a tidy one, so we'll have to look at the price for that. Not prepped it yet. We have got a couple of issues of this as well, which are a bit tatty, so the tatty ones will be cheap, very cheap. Not a £5, maybe a tenner each or something like that, I would have thought. Chaos Space Marines, got a box of those, some painted, some undercoated, some on spruce. I shouldn't say on spruce, I mean on spruce. Spruce is a tree, and these aren't trees, they're plastic mods, but I do tend to say spruce. Can't help it, I wasn't born in Scotland, but there we go. So Chaos Space Marines, Thousand Suns, Rubik Marines, 20 quid on sprue, band under the spoiler for a £5. We've got lots of Space Marines, we've got a box of Blood Angels primarily, so there's some nice painted models in here, as well as the coated ones. So there's a Redemptor Dreadnought for 22 quid, that's undercoated. There's some Rhinos in here, look, Steam for that one, Predator for 22. What Tyrants are doing in there, I've no idea. That one lives in there. There's another box of Space Marines, so I've got 2 boxes of Space Marines, so this one's ram full as well. Again, there's all sorts from 30k, ones that are on sprue, ones that are assembled. Terminator Squad, first one, 12 quid. Eliminators there for 19. I think they're 38 on GW's website for the new ones at the moment. Ours are always second-hand. These vehicles are all part vehicles, really, so none of these vehicles in this bag are complete. Plastic kit's half made up, so there's some missing turrets, some missing side guns. There's a Land Raider in there, a couple of Rhinos, Forge Fiend, so it kind of is what it is, but, you know, for 20 quid, find a few other bits from our conversion boxes, make them up, and you kind of got a real bargain on your hands with that one. Box of Eldari over the back. One's on sprue, one's not on sprue. Some painted not great, some painted fine, some undercoated. So Wraithguard ×5 there for 20. Port Weapon, 2 jet bikes for a tenner. Guardian Squad painted for a tenner. Howling Banshees assembled, not painted, for 20 quid. 5 of those. Some Crimson Hunters in there, 25 on those. A couple of those in there. And then if you look in the bottom of the box, there's a really good painted Falcon, a couple of Fire Prisms, 1 or 2 other bits and pieces. As we come around into the middle, we've got bits boxes, so it's 20p a bit. These are really popular. Maybe not when the show starts, when it opens. The first hour, really busy, and they don't get focused on. Towards the end of the show, when things are dying down a bit, and people want to pick out bits for conversions, we've always got thousands and thousands of bits to go through. Space Marines, 40k, AOS, LO3R, all sorts. It's just a matter of sorting through what we've got. We've got a lot more that we'll be bringing, so some of these tubs will actually be filled up. We've got a big box of bits for conversion, I would say these are. Models with heads missing, legs missing, arms missing, that kind of thing. They're all 20p a bit, but if you want to convert some models, they're great, really, for that kind of particular job. Banana box full to the brim and overflowing and trying to escape out of the box. Terminator with no head look. That's that particular box. Box of non-GW Rumble Slam. I've no idea what all that's about. Not a clue. It's a full box of stuff. Priced at 50. So if you're into Rumble Slam, you want a bargain, help yourself. Some box games are not quite checked these. I can't remember looking in this one, so I don't know whether I've actually looked in this. Let's have a look while we're here. Yeah, well, that might be full kit. We'll have to check that one. I'm not sure on price yet either. That's still to be prepped. The Kill Team 1 might be the same. At the back here, we've got box of novels. There's a few Warhammer ones in here, as you can see. Some Forgotten Realms. There's lots of Forgotten Realms, actually. It's mostly Forgotten Realms and some Warhammer. And there are a few of the Ravenloft, 6 or 7 of those in there, which seem to be quite sought after. That one's a bit tatty. Wizards, Warlock of the Mountain, and they vary in condition from reasonable to good to kind of fairly tatty, but £2 a book they'll be. So yeah, anyone wants a novel to read on holiday and that sort of thing, we've got them. Got some advanced D&D books as priced, about half perhaps what you'd pay online. So actually that's a GW book. Yes, some A&D books. Quite a lot of the second edition supplements. I think we've got every one. Instead of being about 30, we priced them at 15 each. A couple of really rare sets here, Warhammer sets. Now, the thing with these is we've not checked the kit. Don't know if we'll have time to before the show. I suspect this one here is very light. The models are there. There's a couple of books in there, some bits and pieces, but we'd have to check the contents of that, which we haven't done so as yet. Not had time to. This one seems a lot fuller. That obviously is some just notepad that's in there. This may have all the contents, or it may not. There's a Warhammer Quest rulebook in there. I'm not sure that should be in there. Lots of models in there, some cards. So we'd have to check those kits. We may have the bits for them, we may not, and it'll just be a question of whether we get time. Got another box of Space Marines. So we've touched on them already, but again, we've got some more. Here's a Rhino complete kit for 20. Infiltrator squad, but no price on. Michael, what are you doing? Not price that one. That'll be 20, that one. Let's have a look at a couple of others. Some 30k in here, 10 MK Mark 6s and MK Mark 3 armour ones, 15 and 10, £25 for the lot. So that's that box. AOS now we're on. AOS, Chaos, all sorts. Again, pretty much like the other kits in bags, basically. I know there's a lot of Disciples of Tezzanic in there, and this, that, and the other. Blades of Crone as well. Some on spruce. On sprue, I've said the word spruce again, I can't help it. It is sprue. So that's those. Rodriguez for a tenner, for 10 of those. Box of Fantasy Battle Skaven on the square basis. I think there's a few AOS ones in here as well, but primarily they're Fantasy Battle. So that'd be 30 Night Runners for £20 as an example of that. Got a box with Cardinal Overlords and Aurochs. You got a mixed box at the back of AOS, and then we come to Fantasy Battle, Old War Bretonians, Men at Arms times 24 for £25. So we've got a couple of mixed boxes of Old World, including Warhammer Forest or Wood. I'm not sure which one to call it. Well painted for £25. We've got a couple of those in this box for that if you fancy some nice scenery for your Warhammer games. Another box of Old World. Again, it's kind of on the same theme as the rest. It's got some Wood Elves in there, some Vampire Counts. A smaller box of LOTR plastics basically in that particular box. And at the back, finish off the kits, we've got the box of AOS Nighthawk and Stormcasters priced, quite a big box of those.
So now we come on to the painted models that we've got, all as priced. As you can see, most of them, if not all of them, are on cardboard. Got some Skaven there. Models here, so some nicely painted AOS ones. Astra Militum Kill Team, £35. That's quite a nice paint job on those. Some more, you've got a Chaos Death Guard Foul Blight Spawn there for £14. Some Grey Knights as well. Box of Grey Knights, all quite nicely painted. So you can see here that some have gone, but there are a few that remain. So yeah, quite a nice paint job on those. Some more Space Marines here. So tactical squad, 10 models in a tactical squad, and they're priced at £20 per squad. Some vehicles. So we've got the Predator there for £30. You've got a Rhino as well. A couple of Rhinos, I should say. So 2 Rhinos, both at £25 a piece. Got a Hellbrute, £25 on that one. We've also got some Orcs as well. So some out of production Orcs, various other models in that box. Quite a nice vehicle there. Also got some Gene Stealer Cults. So hybrids there for £20. Some more vehicles there, quite a nice Space Marines Terminator squad, a really nice paint job on those, priced at £25. Plenty of Skaven, so bring a lot of Skaven this time to the show. So if you're a fan of Skaven, if you want some Skaven, that's what you're looking for, then we've got you sorted there. So yeah, as you can see, boxes on boxes of painted stuff. So, you know, if you are after something that's painted, then we do offer that as well. We don't just sell the on-sprue stuff, the unpainted models, the box sets. You can get yourself some really, really nice painted models at the show as well.
So this is the stock we've got ready for Penkridge Wargames Show on the 3rd of May. Get yourself down there if you want a bargain. We have got some more prep to do, so there will be more stock on sale than we've currently got. So in another couple of weeks, we'll have it all done.